Hello and welcome back to the colony with Man of the Ants, playing some more Empires of the Undergrowth today. So today we will, very shortly, food stores are full, that's fine, very shortly be cracking on with Queen of the Hill in hard mode. It took us a few attempts to do Rising Tide, so we'll see how we do Queen of the Hill. Before we do that though, of course, we'll be looking very quickly at the numerous comments I had from last time round. So what do we have? Wonderful Sylvester again helping out, suggesting to put the food chamber in front of the Queen so my ants don't have to go far, because last time in Rising Tide, why is nothing working? There we go, very weird. Did I use to click and drag? Is that not something I could do? Have I just freaked out there? I feel like I should have zoom out further as well. It seems very zoomed in. I don't know, maybe it's just because I've got the bigger monitor up today. Maybe that's all that is. So in Rising Tide, we had the Queen's Chamber here, the entrance was over here to the outside world, and our food chamber was right next to the Queen here. What that did mean is when we had our workers during the night battles off gathering food from up here and having to bring it down to the food chamber, they'd have to pass through the war zones, which didn't really help too much. So that's a sensible idea. Monib Said said, and in Queen of the Hill, you'll get to milk aphids, and in the end, colonies will take over. Even bring their queen with them because their nests will get flooded. Ah, and that's become Queen of the Hill, yes, and then you'll be the only ant colony on the hill. Yes, I do vaguely remember that. It's been a long time since I did Queen of the Hill, and I definitely didn't do as much as I did Rising Tide. Euler, grats on the win. Yeah, definitely did too many workers the first time round. That's a fair point. Fair point. Really need to start work on paying attention to your turning on and off attacking. Yeah, I was very bad in that in Rising Tide. I don't know what it was. I think it's because I didn't really do it too much. It's either something that was either on or off in terms of turning off the attack and the food gathering for groups of ants. Rising Tide had to be a lot more economical and turn it off and on at particular times. And yeah, I did get myself a little bit confused around that. So yeah, that's a fair point. Fair point. Right. Oh, sorry, I need to scroll up a little bit. Using rapid fire come up a few times, actually. A few people mentioned rapid fire. And yes, rapid fire was definitely a lot more effective. I was trying to very steadfastly hold on to being a mortar-only game, but just couldn't quite do it, particularly with Rising Tide. What I did say, I think when I said reply to one of Sylvester's comments, was that what I'd probably do is once I've done Queen of the Hill and we go back to doing the challenge mode on Rising Tide, maybe then I'll look at possibly doing challenge mode with the mortars just to see if I can get the mortars working, see if I can squeeze it in, but we'll have to see how that goes, won't we? What else have we got there? So Mr. Seed, Mr. Said? I don't know. Mr. CED, however you pronounce that, I do apologise. In the next level, Queen of the Hill, you must prioritise upgrading one group of mortars to level 3 over anything to combat the weak level 1 ants. So that's what we need to focus on. Get the mortars there and get them upgraded as soon as we can. There is also food behind the entrance of the level. There is a dirt patch behind it. Interesting. You should also upgrade your food stores early on as it allows you to see the bigger picture and focus on gathering food. I noticed you don't have many workers in your nest group. You should have at least 14 or 1 worker for every 2 soldiers in the nest group. It's interesting to have a figure on that. I've not seen anyone suggest an actual figure before, so that's quite interesting actually. But yeah, I was moving. I did have a big worker group in Queen of the Hill, not Queen of the Hill, Rising Tide, and I was moving them back and forth between the nurture group and food gathering quite a lot, depending on what I felt I needed. But another fair point. Monib again, I'm excited about the army and Trapjaw enemies update. Yes, indeed, that's also been mentioned quite a lot. So the massive news for Empires of the Undergrowth is the big Leafcutter Ant update is coming on the 25th of April. At the moment, at least. Obviously, if you're watching this on the 24th and it's not out tomorrow, then don't blame me. But currently, they released a trailer, pretty much as I think I was doing the last video, it seemed to be. They released a trailer and the update is coming at the end of this month. So everyone is super, super so excited about that. Everyone really, really is. Been a long time coming. Looking forward to seeing more stuff. Carlo. Again, yeah, he mentioned the fact that I forgot to turn the attack back on after I disabled it. And for the group of ants. He says, build in order, food storage, workers, soldiers, and then shooters. That's interesting. Most people seem to say do ranged before melee. He says do soldiers first, because there may be fighters but also protectors, and they won't die as fast, and they only cost 50, whereas the ranged die quickly and cost 60. Interesting point. And then some stuff specific to basically increasing the food on thingamajig. God, I've forgotten the name again already. Rising Tide, but we kind of dealt with that now. He also said, I heard that you're an ant keeper. I am indeed. Very amateur, but I am an ant keeper. And do I watch Mikey Bustos, aka Antz Canada? I don't know if I... Oh no, of course I watch Antz Canada. Yeah, I was trying to think I've watched Antz Canada. I've watched the Antz guy, but he's in Philippines now, something like that. But yes, no, I do. I've watched a fair bit of Antz Canada. I find the more I get into his like newer videos and stuff, I find the whole Antz Canada personality a bit grating. But I am fascinated with watching it because the things that he does are just insane. I haven't actually watched any for a few months, but I saw the last one he did where he built the island in the middle of like a fish tank. It was just absolutely amazing. Honestly, the guy is just an absolute genius when it comes to this stuff. And then Charles Anderson pointed out that although I did win, it wasn't with mortars, so it doesn't really count. But yes, we've already covered that. Thanks, Charles. So then, Queen of the Hill on hard, and we'll do... Where's the mortars? Nope, we'll do mortars. I'll say we'll do mortars. We will attempt to do mortars. So, I completely had no idea what was going on until I read the comment just then saying what it was all about, that we have to prepare for these incoming... Oh my god, that is always so loud compared to everything else I have through my headphones. So there's a little bit of food over there. There's that there.
Pick of the washed up seafood for the past few days. However, as the sun and moon near alignment and the first spring tide of the
so the only free food is this stuff over here.
These intrepid ants. Seemingly aware of their circumstances, these colonies are preparing to relocate to higher ground. There is only one way up the bank, and the route is currently occupied by a small roofer colony. These defenders...
So I'm very concerned with the amount of food we have available here. It's not going to be much at all, is it?
The competition. If the colony survives, it will inherit the beach. But this won't be an easy fight.
I think we'll make a first chamber there. And we can always use that little knobble off the side there to go to a different path. Do you know what? Let's just open up and see what's going on. I think that's what we're going to do. It's going to open up. We're going to see what's going on. We're going to have to build something. So let's start with some workers just so I can actually get a few down. Ah, yes, I remember. So we are down here, I'm assuming. Yes, indeed. And of course, it's the aphids, isn't it? Yes. So some aphids just there, right next to a state. This one said there was some food behind your nest. Don't know if they meant where the Queen's chamber is rather than behind outside here, because I can't see anything there. So, let's immediately get some people going for some aphids. First things first. Let's get this finished off.
Although the nests nearer the water have better access to the food washed up by the sea, this roofer colony need not starve. The plant life growing nearby is home to herds of grey aphids. As they feed on plant sap, these tiny insects excrete droplets of honeydew, which the wood ants find irresistible.
I'm sure they do. Trying to think where we're going to build our food. I wanted to put it sort of around here-ish, but that might be in the way a bit, mightn't it?
Hungry ladybird beetles know exactly where the aphids like to graze. They can strip an unguarded stem bare in a mere matter of minutes. The ants will need to keep a close watch over their flock.
And so then, let's work immediately on the range. That's what I'm thinking. Oh no, we're going to do food stores, weren't we? Already confused. So that's going to be our first food store, and then we need to work on the ranged. Let's put the ranged up here. It won't be there, it'll be there, won't it? If we need to make it double sized. So the workers are bringing in some lovely aphid juice straight away. That's what I'm going to refer to it as well, aphid juice. Best get used to that. There is our first ranged worker. Let's get him over into the group so he can go out and start foraging that lovely food. The ladybugs are getting involved. That's fine. Okay. Yes, that's fine. We're aware of that. Won't worry about that too much. Second ranged worker, please. Or ranged attacker, I suppose I should say. going to say, that's weird, but is that going to be because that's where one of the enemies burst through? Yeah, because there's a few areas like that, look. So it must be, mustn't it? I do remember that now, actually, yes. Ooh, that is ringing bells as I start saying that. I was going to say we should maybe look at getting some of these, but let's not do that. Let's try and just focus on what we've got going on for now. Got to survive 4 nights here. So does that mean we're going to get queens, enemy queens coming every night, I wonder? And is it going to be best to meet stuff head on outside again? Where would they come from? Where would they spawn? Do we have to defend the aphids at night? It's been a long time since I dealt with aphids. This is the problem. Been spent so long doing other things in the game. I'm happy to leave all their attack on and stuff at the moment because I need them to scare those flutterbys off. So sorry I called it that. So we could do with upgrading our food a little bit, I think, because we're already at the point where we're carelessly allowing it to fill up.
This colony must remain small for now. Food is too scarce to support greater numbers.
So let's do that. And we could possibly get away with making this into a 19 chamber. It just depends on if that would break through there. Let's see how lucky we get with that. Couldn't have moved it any further up, so but yeah, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. We're up to 350 food store though, so we're not doing too bad.
A party of Formica Fusca black ants are heading inland. The high ground roofer colony must defend their territory.
Where are we looking at here? These? Oh, they've got fish. Oh, they've got so much food. Lucky buggers. So how much is the food? 15,000 food for that. They're doing alright there, aren't they? Oh, here we go. Right, everyone over here. I didn't see where they came from. Is it these ones? No, that's ladybirds again. This is why I need to get our mortars up, though. So do I focus on getting like this group upgraded first? I think that's what I might do. We'll see how this goes. We might have to obviously do it again as I've done with a few other levels previously. Are there no...
Only on the low ground are sending troops to clear a path for their queen. The high ground colony must keep them at bay.
Turned their food gathering off, that's why. Oh no, I turned it on just as they arrived and they all ran down there.
The colony is starving. There's not enough food to feed the new brood.
Damn it. Talked about in the comments how I needed to really focus on not messing that stuff up, and what have I gone and done? What have I gone and done? We might just beat them, but it's not going to be an easy run, is it? No, it's pretty close knit, really. Okay, let's bring back some of that delicious food, please and thank you. Let's get all those workers back straight away. Bosh, all those ones hatching up there. Lovely. An immediate little assault on the aphids. Here's the little yellow balls at the is the nectar, isn't it? Oh, I saw you steal one of those. And you. Ah, buggers.
The lower ground colonies have relented their siege for now. Night approaches.
Because night approaches.
It brings a host of nocturnal predators.
Of course it does.
The high ground ants could go underground to wait out the night, but they would have to leave their precious aphids unguarded. It is a difficult choice for this colony. Face the peril out in the open, or hide away and risk losing their only reliable source of food.
Well, I guess we're going to have to face the peril out in the open, aren't we? Does it change the zoom depending on whether you're inside or outside? Oh, it does. That's kind of clever and weird, but I like it. Ah, see, this is where the peril comes from, look. They're focused on the stupid ladybirds. And then this thing comes in and spoils the fun. But if we don't do this, the ladybirds will take all the aphids. So we need to do it. I think we need to do it. Just have to see how we go. So there's no other food sources around, really. As soon as they can get rid of the ladybirds, it's not so... Well, I say it's not so bad, but because we've got no melee workers to hold them off. This is where the melee shield wall comes into play, isn't it? And does leveling up the mortars help with this? Probably not. But that's what we're doing, so we'll focus on that for now. But this one over here is going to be absolutely devastated. Do they bring in adult ones in? I can't deal with adults. I can barely deal with the little pups. Tricky. Tricky. It's time to see how this goes, but there's a daddy bug coming in. Look, there he is. I don't know we can deal with that, but I don't really know what the other option is. I'm gonna have to give it a go, I think. But I don't think we've really got a chance, have we? Oh, I don't know, it's going down a little bit there. But then as soon as you get through the workers and get started on the ranged... Oh, he's almost dead, actually. Okay, that went a little bit better than I expected. Went a little bit better than I expected. It's just one little pup coming in, one wee bairn. Should I turn off their food gathering for the night? I know, 'cause I need it to keep them alive during this, don't I? But this one over here, look, it's just whew, basically gone, but there's just nothing I can do about that. But I can soon start upgrading these. Oh no, I've got another 2 to go. Yes, I can start upgrading to level 3, but not quite yet. But we were almost there. I suppose the night isn't really about gathering food, it's more about staying alive, and the food we're gathering is just enough to keep us alive, really. But even then, the ladybirds are pretty much decimating this aphid patch. There's only a handful over there, so imagine that's going to be gone by the next day, which is going to be problematic once we actually have some more numbers in place. But I definitely can't defend 2 patches at once, so I don't want to risk that. How's this one doing? 3 little baby ones left, and they are soon to be gone because there are another 4. Oh, there's another one coming. So maybe they will keep going if they. Oh no, because there's 4 ladybirds. They're going to take 1 each, right? And then that'll be that. Oh no, there's 1 left. Okay. So that's all going to manage to survive the night without too many problems, but this aphid patch is now bare. Dead and gone. And that's a bit problematic for us, is that? Could really do with having them both there for the second day. Well, I suppose now they do start respawning, look. So maybe we'll be okay. I thought if they were cleared out, they just disappeared. But maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe they just take a while to recover. Stupid ladybirds. Wouldn't mind a little bit of food, but that's going to have to wait. Is day coming in? I'm guessing it is if all of the other ants have started appearing.
And the battle for the high ground will soon continue. Many aphids were eaten in the night.
Yes, they were.
The colony must ration their food carefully.
There goes another one. They should start producing some, what do I call it? Aphid juice? Can't remember now. Any moment now, they'll start producing some food. I've got 10 food. Oh, there we go. Here it comes. Don't know if it's going to be enough, though. That's the thing. I might even do this. See how that goes. Now that it's day. And just start thinking about building another chamber for some melee. I'm going to keep them in small groups for the moment.
Sending a wave of warriors to clear a path for their queen.
Everyone come over here. Let's very quickly... Oh, I can't. Why can I not do a level 3? Surely they should be able to do level 3, shouldn't they? Oh, obviously not. Obviously not. Obviously I'm mistaken there. So our level 3 dude was there with his lovely splash damage. He's now gone. Is that dude going to just about make it? Wow. That's close, wasn't it? Oh, closer than I thought because one got in. So you're going to have to make it bigger to get the 3s in. Okay.
The Roofer colony is sending another assault. They are desperate to reach higher ground.
I mean, yeah, there's just no rest there at all, is there? I can't hold this off. Nope. This ain't gonna work. Nope.
The colony is starving.
Yep, and most of my ants are dead.
To feed the new brood.
Ha! Done in by the ants. And I got nowhere near enough food.
The ants must protect.
To get a level 3 group of ranged in.
It seems that holding the high ground was too great a task for this small Roofer colony.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. We're only 25 minutes in, so let's have another go at that. Oh, resume, please. And we'll stick with the mortars again. I just don't like the mortars as much at all. I really don't.
A number of small Formica, Roofer, and Fusca colonies have established themselves on this beach. Those nearest to the water's edge have enjoyed the first pick of the washed-up seafood for the past few days. However, as the sun and moon near alignment and the first spring tide of the month approaches...
Is that how it works? Is it to do with moons and alignment?
Seemingly aware of their circumstances, these colonies are preparing to relocate to higher ground. There is only one way up the bank, and the route is currently occupied by a small Roofer colony. These defenders will have to hold their ground against the oncoming siege. It will be 3 days before the high tide washes away the competition. If the colony survives, it will inherit the beach. But this won't be an easy feat.
Yeah, but we had to survive first. That's the trick. Let's immediately get our first group of workers out there. Hunting for that food. We'll make a food store there. This will be our first. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Don't know what to do here, though. I'm supposed to do another group of range, but then just don't upgrade them for the first night. I think that's probably what we need to focus on. Because that's where it went wrong, really.
Although the nests nearer the water have better access to the food washed up by the sea.
Oh yeah, they do. They are just rammed with food down there.
The plant life growing nearby.
See the numbers they could grow in one day when we got nothing?
They feed on plant sap.
I mean, look at it. Look at it.
Droplets of honeydew, which the wood ants find.
I mean, give me that food. I could reign like a king. Queen. Reign like a queen. That's what I meant to say, obviously.
Doing so is not always simple, however. Hungry ladybird beetles know exactly where the aphids like to graze. They can strip an unguarded stem bare in a mere matter of minutes.
Yeah, they can.
Will need to keep a close watch over their flock.
I'm not sure there's food. Someone said food behind the nest, but I don't know. I don't know where. Definitely can't see anything. Is this going to be like the Queen on Rising Tide that I just could not see for the life of me until it was explicitly pointed out in the stream with a timestamp? Maybe. Well, they've got that last little bit of food down there already. That's something. So if that's there, we have another one there. This would be, so it's going to have to be there. That's where our next group of workers are going to come from. Or a melee attackers, I should say. We could also build something small there, couldn't we? It would have to stay small. It definitely couldn't be a full size. We can get a few small, but the small ones are pointless, really, aren't they? We can't upgrade them to level 3. Waiting for our first invasion to occur. Been quite cavalier with food so far, so I just want to get the numbers up, but we might have to start thinking about holding a bit back in stock for any sort of invasion that comes in.
Must remain small.
Yeah, okay, I misclicked, don't worry about it.
Too scarce to support greater numbers.
So that's those first 7. So I think I'm going to build some melees as well, rather than going straight for the ranged. Let's see if we can get a bit more food in before we do that. That'll do. Right. So far so good. Not running out of food up here yet, so I'm not having to worry about the second aphid nest at all. I suppose technically we already have more ants than we did the last time round. Is that music because something's happening?
Mikafuska black ants are heading inland. The high ground roofer colony must defend their territory.
Something is happening. Where are they? There they are. Where's everyone else? No one else fancy joining in the party? They're relatively tough, aren't they? And I do wish you could take their little bodies as sustenance. At least, well, I suppose we might have an easier time defending outside during the night, will we though? Because we haven't got the damage we had before.
On the low ground are sending troops to clear a path for their queen. The high ground colony must keep them at bay. The ants must
Yeah,
fight.
they're all ranged. And they're pretty devastating, actually. Get stuck in, don't hang back. Okay, I'd say they went a bit better than the first time. Maybe I was a bit biased. So I think the first day we're going to focus on numbers, the second day we'll focus on upgrading. That's what I'm thinking. So, that being said, let's do that. Let's get rid of that. Let's upgrade our food store a bit. And let's start working on our first group of 19. Once we get a few of those in play, we can move these back to the nursery chamber. Okay, so it's night.
And with it, it brings a host of nocturnal predators out onto the beach. The high ground ants could go underground to wait out the night.
So what I want to do first of all is I do want to run down here, take care of whatever this is, and just get a quick little bit of food. I'm hoping it's not going to be anything too big. No, it's only a little piddly thing. Look, that's fine. Do it.
Reliable source of food.
And then the ones are going to come here. We're going to add these to this pile, and they're going to do this. So I think that's worked out okay. And up here we should just have... There's a few little workers for some reason gotten involved. But apart from that, it's just a devastating amount of attackers, really, which is perfect. Right, two's joining the nursery group, I suppose. Or no, in fact, no. Joining the first group. Is there any other sort of relatively undefended? There's two over there. There's only one there, maybe. There could be a big one, though, since it's a bit further away. Might be the next one we try, though. Yeah, so they're taking care of these nice and easy. And a little bit of food coming in, but it's not going to be much at all, unfortunately. And again, this one I think we're just going to have to sacrifice in the short term. Where are you going? You worried me for a second, mate. Thought you were going to come straight over. Over here we have our first big one coming on this side. It's a fairly healthy group there, though. Fairly confident about this. If you want to just come down a little bit further and get involved, that'd be great. Yeah, he wasn't in problem at all, really, was he? Should we read in these? I don't think so. No, that's all stuff we know, that's fine. What I might... Are they not... Well, there is food there, I was going to say. Done it again. Let's turn that off again. Sort of toying with the idea of bringing some back inside to do another raid down here, but it's risky. And I need those aphids to stay healthy up the top. Well, I might... Oh, no, I was going to say, if I only had one there, I'd have probably spent the 60 food to get it, but let's not risk it then. These should push me over the edge, hopefully. Again. Right, get off too. Now, will they push me over the edge now that I've actually lost 4 workers doing that? 5 workers? Oh no, it will. Okay. Excellent. And whilst we're waiting down here, let's get this extended. Nope. Not what I meant to do. Can we upgrade? Yes, upgrade this a bit more. Oh, he's attacking the little pups then. I don't know, is it worth going over there to try and sneak some food out of there? I don't know. I don't know if it's worth the risk. Don't know if it's worth the risk, but I feel like I'm about to do something. If I can get this big guy out. It's not so much about defending the aphids here, because they're basically done. But it's all this food I can see walking around. That's what's making me think. Just a little bit. Just a cheeky little bit of food. Just a little cheeky bit of food. Was it too many? Are they going to spread their... I was going to say they'll spread their load out too much. They're not workmen. Loading up a wheelbarrow. Oh, I don't know if that was worth it.
Breaks.
That might have been a terrible mistake.
Will soon continue. Many aphids were eaten.
Particularly if that guy gets involved, which he definitely has. Okay, everyone come over here. It's all gone horribly, horribly wrong. I got greedy. Right, 1's over there, 2's over there. And let's... I don't know. We'll think about it. What am I going to do? Am I going to upgrade these or am I going to build more workers? I suppose upgrade those, right? It's a lot of food to spend on it, though.
Is sending a wave of warriors
We've already got
for their queen.
Already got our first attack incoming. Where are they coming from? Over here. Which means the second one, the second lot, aren't far off either. Because they're all quite... Get up there. Well, if anything, that's actually gone not as well as last time, I would say. Seems like they absolutely rinsed through those melees. I suppose that wasn't so bad, and we've ended up with a bit of food afterwards as well. Haven't got long till the next lot come in, though, have we? In fact, it's pointless being over there on that second aphid farm. Means it's never going to recover, though, doesn't it? Maybe I'll leave the workers there to try and fend off. No, sod, it's not worth it. Don't worry about it.
Another assault. They are desperate to reach higher ground.
And this is the one last time which absolutely devastated me. Oh, we've got involved early. Everyone move up. Move up.
Must defend themselves.
Bugger the ladybird. Got a fair amount there, but they just don't seem to be doing much to them, do they? If you don't have a group of level 3 mortars and a good sort of wall to hold them off, then you're kind of buggered at this point, it seems. That's a lot. That's a lot to be prepared with. I think I'm going to survive it by the look of it. I wouldn't say it's a nice easy run though. Alright, get back down there. Get rid of that stupid... Ah, you bugger. I saw you eat that.
More black ants are emerging from the Fusca nest.
You are kidding me. That is relentless, and look how many there are. Wow. Have I even killed one? Oh, there's one. I got one of them. That is way too many.
The colony is starving.
I'm not surprised.
Food to feed the new brood.
Well, I suppose unsurprisingly, we're not going to make this then. So I literally upgraded 2 of my ranged workers once. Those were all of my upgrades. Oh my god. Did you see how many were coming from the other nest? Wow.
With limited food, they were unable to amass the numbers needed for an adequate defense. In the end, the larger swarm always comes out on top.
Wow. And there's the other ones joining in as well, just for fun. Just for funsies. Look at them all. Crap. Crap on a stick. So what I'm thinking then, obviously I'm going to have to call that there. So what I'm thinking, and let me know if this is completely wrong, but I'm thinking the start pretty much the same. Group of workers, get them out there tending to the aphids. Get a small group of ranged, a small group of melee together. Get the big group of ranged, and then when night comes, rather than going outside and defending the aphids, when night comes, just focus on internal food. Just go through all the food stores that are inside, and then when day comes, send half your force out to defend the aphid nest, or nest, because you might have enough to do both at once then. Wait for them to develop, whilst the inside group continue to work through the internal food. That's what I'm thinking, because you need the aphids to get started, otherwise there's literally no other food. So yeah, workers, ranged, melee, go for the aphids, first night, stay inside, and do the food internally. That's what I'm thinking. Might be completely wrong. As always, let me know down below if you have any hints or tips. Always appreciated. As I said, I'm going to leave that there. So I hope you've enjoyed this attempt at Queen of the Hill. If you have, please do click the like button. Really appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like I said, any questions, tips, hints, anything like that, they really genuinely are very much appreciated. I wouldn't have got anywhere near this far without you guys. So keep them coming. Don't forget, I do stream every Wednesday at 6 PM, so I'll hopefully see you there. Come along and say hello. Otherwise, I'll see you next time in Empires of the Undergrowth. And as always, thank you very much for joining me.